Hello and welcome my friends to my YouTube channel, Philippospan. Weekly tips and tricks on how to work with Microsoft Office applications. Today's video will be about Microsoft Excel.
How to use Sparklines to show data trends in Microsoft Excel. A Sparkline is a very small chart in a spreadsheet that presents a visually representation of the data. We can use Sparklines to show trends in a series of values such as economic increases or decreases, or to highlight maximum and minimum values. I have created an Excel spreadsheet that contains the income for some regions for different quarters of the year. I then want to represent visually for each region with the help of the Sparklines the income. First, I must select the cell which I want to insert the Sparkline. Then I select the Insert tab and locate the area of the ribbon named Sparklines from the right. Once I have located the Sparklines area, where we notice the available Sparklines to select from, we can select from a line Sparkline, a column Sparkline, and a win-loss Sparkline. I first select the line Sparkline where I'm notified with. Sparklines are mini charts placed in single cells, each representing a row of data in your selection. Once I have selected the line Sparkline, the Create Sparklines dialog box appears where I can choose the data that you want. In the Data Range text box, I can either type in the area of cells that I want to include, or activate the arrow button at the right of the area and then select with my mouse the area of cells. Then in this case, if I haven't selected the cell which I want to insert the Sparkline, I can do it now, where it mentions choose where you want the Sparklines to be placed. Once again in the Location Range text box, I can either type in the area of cells that I want to include, or activate the arrow button at the right of the area and then select it with my mouse. Once finished, I press the OK button and the line Sparkline is inserted in the specific cell. The Sparkline tab gets activated where I can edit the Sparkline, change the type, show different points, change the style, group or clear the Sparkline. By using the same procedure, I have inserted different sorts of Sparklines in the remaining cells. Now the data in the spreadsheet is represented visually by these different Sparklines.
Thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed what you saw in this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free and let me know by heading down to the comment section.